Hello and welcome back to Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. It's a Gridiron Tuesday here on the program tonight with head coach Kirk Ferentz at the podium and addressing members of the media earlier this afternoon. It was a rough 2012 for Ferentz, whose team's 4-8 performance was among the worst the seasons the $3 million man has since taken over the program in the late 90s. But as always, a new season brings new expectations, new players, and well, for Iowa City and the state of Iowa for that matter, a renewed sense of hope and optimism. Among the topics the head Hawk discussed, the intelligence of new starting quarterback Jake Rudock and the challenge his defensive line faces this upcoming Saturday. Let's listen in.
It seems like one of Rudock's real attributes is that he seems like he's a really bright guy. Is that maybe part of the reason he is where he's at?
It didn't hurt him, and he is bright. I asked him last night what he was taking. He happened to be in the office last evening, and, you know, I didn't take many of those courses, I can tell you that, okay, that he's taking, so probably none of those courses, to be specific. He's on a different planet, but that's a good thing. But he communicates well. He's not an egghead, if you will, or whatever. I mean, he's a guy on the team that really does a good job, and but he's a smart guy, but he's also a guy who prepares.
How do you feel about your defensive line at this point?
I think we're gaining ground, but this is going to be a great test. Again, I think the one thing about Northern, if you just focus on the quarterback, you're missing the boat. There's 3 years of success there. There's more than 3 years, but the last 3 years, tough to match those numbers. So they've got a lot of good players, a lot of spots, and where I'm going on this, I mean, they've got a good Big Ten offensive line, not just a Big Ten offensive line. They've got a good Big Ten. All their guys are back. They're big physical guys. So it's going to be a real, it's not like we're waiting 4 weeks to see how we match up with anybody. This is going to be quite a test. We got more tests coming too, I know that, but this one right off the bat is going to be a real challenge for our guys up front.
Ferentz, not the only member of the Black and Gold to step to the mic this afternoon. Our own Alyssa Bergamini caught up with defensive captain and St. Louis native Christian Kirksey to get his thoughts on Northern Illinois quarterback Jordan Lynch, defending Konne and the rest of the Hawks' 2013 schedule.
Hey guys, Alyssa Bergamini alongside Christian Kirksey. Christian, Jordan Lynch, he's a dual threat quarterback. He's pretty fast. How will you guys keep up with him in this heat?
Well, just try to contain him into the box, make sure you don't roll out the pocket and things like that, and just be aware of that he can threat you with his arm or he can threat you with his leg. So, we got to run to the ball, gain tackle, because we've seen him last year breaking a lot of single tackles. So the more people to the ball is more problems for him.
And what are your expectations for this game against Northern Illinois? You guys played them last year in Chicago. Are you excited to play them here in Iowa City?
Yes, just our whole thought process is defending Konne, winning our home games, and just trying to beat them again like we did last year, and just go out there and have fun and just see where we at as a team. Last year we had a bad season, but we're just trying to have a turnaround and just see where we at as individuals and as a team. So.
You guys are playing a full stack schedule this year. Who are you most looking forward to play against and why?
I really don't have a specific team. I just take every game, just take opponents and just focus on them. So I don't really have a specific game, but I'm just ready for the first one. So.
Okay, thank you, Christian, and back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you.
Football, not only the sport making news on the program tonight, Lisa Bluder's women's basketball team found out who will be standing in their way of a 7th straight NCAA tournament appearance after the Big Ten Conference announced its schedule earlier Tuesday afternoon. Bluder's bunch will be playing 16 conference games, including 8 in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Conference play begins just after the turn of the calendar year on January 2nd, concluding in early March at the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis. In a release, head coach Lisa Bluder acknowledged the difficulty of the Big Ten Conference, saying, quote, "Our conference schedule is demanding every year, and 2014 is no exception. The Big Ten is one of the toughest conferences in women's basketball. Every night we step on the court, we will face quality opponents." Even more perspective coming up on our Wednesday edition of the program, along with a number of other things going on in the Black and Gold sports world. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. So for now, Kara, Mary, it's back to you guys.